I've been hit harder than most, knocked down more times than I can count. But every time I stood up, I was stronger. Not because I wanted to win, but because I refused to stay weak. Because deep down, I knew that staying down meant surrendering to fear, and that was never an option. That's the thing about pain. It doesn't ask you if you're ready. It just hits, and you have two choices: run from it or rise through it. Every time I rose, I didn't just get back on my feet. I leveled up, not because I was better, but because I chose not to give in. That's what this is really about. Not power, not pride. Pain, the kind of pain that doesn't break you, it builds you. The kind that shapes warriors, sharpens resolve, and forges legends. People fear pain. They run from it. They avoid it at all costs. But not me. Not anymore. I learned the truth. Pain is a teacher, a forge, a mirror that shows you who you are. It doesn't lie. It doesn't sugarcoat anything. It reflects your weaknesses and demands your strength. And if you dare to face it, it changes you. You see, every time I pushed past the limit, every time my muscles screamed, my body gave out, or I collapsed in the dirt, something new was born. Not just stronger muscles or better technique, but a clearer mind, a sharper will, a deeper understanding of myself. Pain broke down the version of me that wasn't enough and helped rebuild one that could handle more. Pain isn't a punishment, it's a transformation. It's the door you're afraid to walk through. But once you do, you realize it didn't exist to hurt you. It existed to show you what you were made of. I've fought enemies stronger than I ever imagined. Some I couldn't beat the first time. Some I barely survived. But I kept going. Not because I was fearless, but because I was willing to suffer, willing to grow. Because growth doesn't come wrapped in comfort. It comes dressed like a nightmare, demanding everything you've got and more. That's the difference. Not talent, not destiny. Will. The will to stand tall, even when you're shaking. The will to train again when your body wants to quit. The will to get up one more time when no one is watching, when no one believes in you, when the world thinks you're finished. There was a time I fought Vegeta and knew I couldn't win, but I gave everything. I pushed beyond pain, beyond limits. My bones cracked, my energy faded, my vision blurred, but I didn't stop. And in that moment, even in loss, I became more, because loss is not failure. Not if you learn, not if you rise, not if you choose to fight again. Your strength isn't measured in your wins. It's measured in how deep you can dig when everything hurts, in how loud your spirit shouts when your voice is gone. That's where true warriors are born, not in victory, but in relentless pursuit. Training isn't about showing off. It's about showing up every single day, even when you're tired, even when it hurts, even when the world tells you to stop. Some days I trained with broken bones, other days with a heart full of doubt. But I kept going because I believed one thing: pain is temporary, growth is forever. And if you trust that, if you keep grinding through the fire, you don't just get stronger, you become unbreakable. And when you embrace that, when you stop fearing the pain and start respecting it, that's when real strength begins. Not in comfort, not in applause, but in those quiet, brutal moments where it's just you versus the voice in your head telling you to quit. Win that battle, and there's nothing you can't do. There's a moment, and you'll feel it when you're pushing through and your body tells you to stop. Your mind screams for mercy, but your heart whispers, one more step. That step, that's the one that makes all the difference. That's the step where you don't just grow stronger, you become someone else entirely, someone who refuses to be broken. That's how Ultra Instinct was born for me. Through pain, through loss, through endless training. It didn't come easily. It came when I was ready to stop running from the pain. People think strength is about muscle, power levels, flashy energy, but they're wrong. True strength is invisible. It's the thing inside you that says, not yet, I can take more. It's what you tap into when you're on the ground, bleeding, alone, and you still get up. That's what makes you unstoppable. That's what separates warriors from survivors. Because the world won't always be kind. Life won't always be fair. But pain will always be honest. So next time you feel broken, next time it hurts so bad you want to quit, smile, because that pain is shaping the strongest version of you. And when it's over, when you rise again, you'll look back and realize pain wasn't the enemy. It was the path. Keep pushing, because true strength was always yours to find. If this lit a fire inside you, don't let it fade. Like if you're grinding through your own pain, subscribe if you're ready to unlock your strength with me. Because this journey, it's only just beginning.